Well, hello and welcome back to Pete's Model Car Customs. I'm here with another update on the 68 GT-500 Shelby, and if you've been following along you can see the drastic change. The gold is gone. I couldn't stand it either. Most people didn't like it. I didn't like it. So I spent quite a long time stripping the stuff off and then going for matte black with silver highlights, which is with aluminum highlights. I've only highlighted the fins and not the rim itself, but I think already they look better than the gold ones, but I quite like the wheel, so I'm going to live with them like that. Along with this, which is a lid off a can of paint. For those not bright enough to be following along, this is a Ford metallic. It's called Ford Green Jade, or Jade Green. So I thought that was quite an intermediary between the dark colour of the 3-in-1 kit and the newer release that's in the limey gold green colour. And this is quite close to the interior colour I was using. So I thought, aha! And with these blacked out wheels, I'm probably going to black out my bumpers as well and have, blacked out bumpers. Hey! But, I started having an argument with myself here already. This board's filing up. Right. I'm building up a lip around that edge, and I've progressed further on this side, where if you were following me with the spotlights the other day, I've actually got a lens in that hole from the ERTL Ford Escort spot lamp. So I'm going to build up a bigger hood over the eyes and add these lenses into that hole. Well, not into that hole because it's not the right back, but I'll dish it out more and scoop it out for a light bulb and headlamp bulb, whatever. But that was quite a handy little fit that will fit in there. And like I say, I'm blending this out more to build up this sort of hood over the headlamp eyes, and that one's in a pre-doodad stage of that. If you have been following along with this project, I've changed the stance. As you can see, the front is now about 1 millimetre lower, mil and a half, and I've dropped this by a couple of mil at the back to get them tucked in tighter. So I did do it. I didn't bogs it the way I was discussing yesterday. I've made a whole new series of holes in the floor, which I'm hoping this light will. I've got some repairs to do around there, but I had to saw in and cut a chunk out, then put a chunk back in and build that back up. If I can get any more light into the bottom there, I'm not quite sure. The shock absorbers are going through slots in the floor there, and I'll make internal bracing for them, as are the actual springs. I have got this held in by the suspension held in by a couple of dabs of super glue everywhere, because I'm hoping to keep everything aligned from here while I build all the other mounting points up. I've got the one down through the floor at the end of that torque arm that goes through the floor to a new floor plate, as does that one. Got these going through the floor, and then up here the horizontal one, which I've taken off this side just to get it out of the way because they're pretty fragile, is now sort of there to its mounting point. Oops, I'll swing that around and get some light in there. That little white block And like I said yesterday, that it's swung to a near a horizontal position off of the swing arm. It's blooming hard to get light in there. But yeah, and these mountings here I've lowered by about 1.5 mil. The rest of that sort of frame chunk has gone, plus half the floor to bring that down to there. This end I did do a little bit more. Let's see where you are. A little bit more to that point there, lowered it further into the chassis, and then that has given me enough clearance to lower that to having 1.5 mil there, I suppose, as a clearance, and about 2 mil on the back there, 2.5, and then I'll build up all the interior again. But oh yeah, I highly recommend Microsoft Microset. Their decal fixative stuff. That they do one that's a decal film, and I put it over several of these old 58 ones, including this one here, or that one there that I used on the CB. And if there was, I couldn't see any cracking on these, but I bought these second hand. I haven't got the Impala they came out of. So I didn't know the age of them, and thought I'll give that sealing stuff a go. And it really did work well. I mean, I had no trouble with getting that CB, wherever it's gone, decal, to conform over quite intricate shapes and curves. I've got it on a white square, haven't I? Of that cover, you know, without any problems, without any cracking. And, you know, just used setting softener when I came to use it about 2 hours after putting the film on. What else was there? Oh yeah, another thing, around the back I got the bumper in there, and I thought that was going to support the rear of the floor, but yet again those mounting tabs don't actually go through far enough to hit that floor plate, the inner white one there. So I'm going to work out some sort of gizmo that supports the back of the floor from squidging up into the car. Just extend these basically, and then that will locate to the floor. At the moment it's in line and butts nearly against it, but if I put a couple more lips on top, I can build a lip to go over, or from the inside a lip to go on under, I don't know yet, but tidy that back end up. Coming along quite well. I do quite like this green. I think that will work out pretty cool. It'll have silver stripes, or maybe champagne-y sort of stripes, you know, double Shelby down there and side stripes on the rockers. But it's all sitting there raring to go, and I'm quite chuffed with it now. Just got to make sure everything stays aligned. I don't want the front end to go too Ferrari, but it's kind of groovy and getting growly. Like I say, if I do the bumpers in black as well, those 2 quarter panels, and black and green always sort of go well. But that's about it. Best wishes from jolly old England, and hopefully be back next week with something. I don't know. Bye.